Living with a purpose. What does that really mean?
The meaning of the word purpose has evolved over the years. For me, that means that wherever I am I meant to be there?
How can we change an ordinary life into an extraordinary legacy?
बहुत मुश्किल सवाल है. अगला सवाल. The core of what it takes to go from ordinary to extraordinary, live by your why. If your why is clear, you can tolerate almost anyhow. Intention, or niya in Arabic or Urdu. Authenticity. The earlier we can have the conversations with the self, younger and younger people are becoming more and more invested कि मैं कौन हूँ.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Empty Out Loud, जहाँ बस बात कर दो. Today we're exploring a very important question that sits at the heart of the meaning of life. Why are we here and what are we doing? This is more and more important for people especially who are working. It's called the purpose, the meaningful purpose in your life. And to talk about this, we are being joined by the powerhouse Naveen Balki, who is a US certified Korn Ferry-Pedia executive coach, an expert on corporate change management, executive development, and a former Wall Street investment banker. She has worked in 17 countries and her career spans over 27 years. Welcome, Naveen, to the podcast.
It's a pleasure to be here, Alia. Thank you.
I'll start with a buzzword, okay? Living with a purpose. What does that really mean?
I'm sure if you ask 10 people, हर का अपना अपना जवाब होगा. And from my perspective, I feel like that's evolved over the years. And for me, the meaning of the word purpose has evolved over the years. So for me, that means that wherever I am I meant to be there? And that sometimes means saying no more than saying yes. And research, by the way, also shows that ख़वातीन जो हैं, typically, this is a generalization, but they typically tend to find it harder to say no compared to men. So for me, living with purpose really means that whatever I'm saying yes to, does it align with my goals, what I enjoy doing, how I'm giving back, how I'm contributing? And if I were to think about, a few words, what stands out in my mind is clarity, कहाँ जा रही हूँ, क्यों जा रही हूँ, intention, or niya in Arabic or Urdu, और ये कि authenticity. So clarity, niya, and being authentic. And then the flavor of that changes. It's like हमारी ज़िंदगी के seasons change होते रहते हैं. So the flavor of what that means in that year, in that season of my life, whether I'm at home or in the workplace, वो थोड़ा change होता रहता है. But I keep reminding myself कि अच्छा, am I being authentic? Am I clear why I'm doing this? And मेरी नीयत क्या है?
So usually when somebody kickstart their professional journey, हम अक्सर पढ़ाई के बाद पहली जॉब शुरू करते हैं और बहुत एम्बिशन के साथ मेरा ख्याल में हम कुछ साल गुजारते हैं और कुछ साल जो हैं वो डेकेड्स हो जाते हैं और फिर पता चलता है that we have not lived purposefully. जी. When do you think one should start the journey of self-discovery? Because most of us are directionless. And that direction is something that we need to understand whether it's within you. आपके अंदर वो एक डायरेक्शन होती है, क्या आपके गोल्स होते हैं, क्या वो मंडेन गोल्स होंगे, दुनियावी गोल्स होंगे, या फिर there are goals that would benefit not only yourself but the society as well. So usually we are very directional-less when we enter the workforce. What do you have to say about that?
I would agree. And what I've seen change over the years is that, and I really like the word that you use, self-discovery, self-awareness भी हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं काफ़ी, which I feel is very important. And also like kind of self-discovery. दोनों साथ साथ ही जाते हैं, self-awareness and discovery. So I would say that the change that I've seen over the years is that, and again, it's generalization, like younger and younger people are becoming more and more invested कि मैं कौन हूँ, और मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, कहाँ जाना चाहिए. Just the other day, I was talking to somebody, and उनका बेटा जो है वो 11 साल का है, and he started his own little printing shop. Yani he was printing shirts. There were so many softwares and this and that available, and he was selling them to his classmates at 11. So really he had some clarity of vision. Oh, he wanted a toy, whatever it was that he wanted, but he had some clarity, and he went after that clarity. So I feel, and there's other examples like that, but I feel like maybe with time, whether it's exposure to more sound bites or we're consuming a lot more data, हम उठा रहे हैं सोशल मीडिया से चीज़ें, so जो youth है, I feel like they are in general becoming much more in tune with their selves. इसके कुछ pros भी हैं, इसके कुछ cons भी हैं. So I would say it's never too early. So my answer to that would be when. आपने पूछा कब होना चाहिए शुरू. I think it's never too early, because the earlier you are on that path of self-discovery and awareness, the less आपकी probability है कि आप एक दिन उठेंगे and like, what? I'm like 40-some years old, I'm 50 years old, and मैं कहाँ खड़ी हूँ, मैं कहाँ खड़ा हूँ. So in order to avoid that, the earlier we can have the conversations with the self. And I don't think कि इसका answer ये है कि आपके पास हमेशा answer ready हो. But जब आप कभी lost हो जाते हैं, तो जो आपकी values हैं, आपका purpose है, because it happens even for the most self-aware people, the ones who've invested a lot of time in self-discovery, even they sometimes wander off, right? Whatever their chosen path is. So then have that purpose of those values. It is like a beacon. It's like that lighthouse. It will guide you back to what your intention is. So I feel like it's never too early. And it also depends कि आपकी ज़िंदगी में influences किस-किस के रहे हैं. And now, I think that a lot of people still have access to the grandparents or जो बुजुर्ग हमारे घरों में होते हैं. But I feel like that those influences also shape us. And when we hear different voices as we're, living through our life, it helps us to understand कि मेरी roots क्या हैं, और मैं क्या चाहती हूँ, मैं क्या चाहता हूँ.
जब हम बात करते हैं एक मीनिंगफुल लाइफ की या फिर एक मकसद की, ज़िंदगी का एक मकसद होना चाहिए, तो आपने अभी कहा कि सेल्फ अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए. तो सेल्फ अवेयरनेस के स्टेप्स क्या होंगे? क्योंकि आप माशाल्लाह यू बीन कोचिंग द एग्जीक्यूटिव्स, यू बीन कोचिंग CEOs, एंड एज यू सेड it's never too early and never too late. So what do you think some key steps would be there for a purposeful life to be envisioned?
One of the first steps I would say is deciding कि मुझे एक पर्पसफुल ज़िंदगी चाहिए, कि मुझे एक मकसद चाहिए अपनी ज़िंदगी में. That would be the first step, to decide that I want to live a purposeful life. I feel कि that is a conscious decision that we are all making. तो पहला कदम तो ये कि मुझे एक पर्पस चाहिए ज़िंदगी में, मकसद होना चाहिए ज़िंदगी में. And some of us come to that subconsciously very early or whenever in life, and others I feel but we should make that conscious. जब भी हम वो फैसला करें तो वो conscious फैसला हो. उसके बाद फिर I always recommend कि आपका अपना personal एक board of directors होना चाहिए. People who you love, or people who you really admire, people who you trust, people who have some competency that you feel they can guide you. Could be, a parent, a sibling, a friend from university, a teacher, professor, an ex-boss. There are 4 to 5 people who have some weight, उनका कोई वजन हो आपकी ज़िंदगी में. तो पहले ये कि आप डिसाइड करें कि मुझे मकसद भरी ज़िंदगी चाहिए. नंबर 2, आपके जो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स हैं, आपके क्लोज सर्कल है, आप बताएं कि you ask a few questions about your strengths and your areas of development, और फिर उस पर उनका राय लें. खुद भी सोचें इस पर और फिर उनका राय लें. And for that, there are some really good tools that are available online. Many of them are paid and many of them are free. So you can start off with a few of the paid tools and find out what are my character strengths be and competency strengths be. And then on the basis of that, that sometimes gives us really good intel. बहुत अच्छा data हमें मिल जाता है अपने ऊपर, and that can further shape our thinking कि क्या करना चाहिए और क्या मकसद होना चाहिए. And the other thing is, I would say on a consistent basis अपने लिए time निकालें. क्योंकि ज़िंदगी के जो एक वो circus है ना, whatever your circus looks like, जो भी आपके props and animals आपके circus में है, थोड़ा सा time अपने लिए निकालें. And consistent का मतलब ये है, some people might find कि once a quarter is enough. Some people might find they need an hour every week. और उसमें कुछ भी ना करें, like सोचें, रिफ्लेक्ट करें, आपने मेडिटेट करना है वो करें, आपने दीवार को ताकना है वो करें, like whatever, sit on a mountain top, sit on a beach, sit in a quiet room. तो use that time for reflection and to reconnect के मैं कौन हूँ और मैं कहाँ जा रही हूँ.
So basically when we are saying purposeful living, usually हम दूसरों की advice के ऊपर ये एक अपना life का एक path ले रहे होते हैं. And what do you call that, you're like someone else's version. Maybe your parent wants you to do something and they see that if you do that, you're successful. And or your teacher guides you to another direction. Your friends might guide you into a third direction. तो यहाँ पे आपका purpose align नहीं हो सकता. So for youth, I mean, I would really concentrate on the youth here. How to find your own defined version.
I think steps जो मैंने कहे हैं कि probably I would say कि those steps are relevant to the youth as well. और एक हम एक प्रोग्राम करते हैं यूथ के लिए पाकिस्तान में ही, उसका नाम है औकाब. तो we met some amazing individuals when between the ages of 15 and 19. उसमें से किसी एक ने कहा कि गांव के हैं ये ज़्यादातर लोग रूरल एरियाज में, कि एक दिन मेरी दादी मुझे लेके दरिया के पास और उन्होंने कहा कि दरिया के बीच में क्या नज़र आ रहा है. तो उसने बताया पत्थर ये वो वॉटर. से नहीं और भी थे. तो वॉज अ यंग ट्री सैपलिंग. तो उसने कहा कि देखो पानी का जब ये रेला आता है ना तो ये दरख्त जो है ये बेंड हो जाएगा लेकिन ये टूटेगा नहीं. क्यों? तो उस पर उनकी कॉन्वर्सेशन है कि इसके रूट्स बड़े गहरे हैं, इसके रूट्स बड़े स्ट्रॉन्ग हैं. तो द फॉर्चुनेट थिंग फॉर inshallah many of us is we have those roots through our family or through others. So youth के लिए to recognize कि हाँ मेरी ज़िंदगी के कुछ roots हैं, that will give them the confidence I feel and the courage to then branch out on their own. और फिर जब ज़िंदगी के जो रेले आते हैं, अब AI है, सोशल मीडिया है, peer pressure है, और लोगों का कुछ प्रेशर है कि ये भी कर लो वो ट्राई कर लो. Maybe they're great at math but they don't want to become a mathematician. Maybe they're great at biology but they don't want to become a doctor. Right? तो फिर ये pressures होते हैं, ये रेले आते हैं ज़िंदगी के. So if they have a good strong sense of self with the roots, and they can kind of withstand these pressures. So I would say definitely invest in knowing your purpose. Definitely invest in understanding कि मेरी strengths क्या हैं और मैं कहाँ जाना चाहता हूँ. And that doesn't mean that you're fixed to that version of yourself for the next 10 years or even for the next 2 years. But be aware that this is where I am today and I may evolve and I'm comfortable with that and I'm okay with that. So again, I would say अपने आप से बात करें. Write if you can, journal if you can, record your voice if you're comfortable with it. phone पे लिख लें, एक piece of paper में लिख लें, डायरी में लिख लें, जो आपको comfortable हो. और अगर कोई आपका close confidant है, उनसे बात करें. और फिर ये जो हमने कुछ tools की बात की, where you can understand your own character and your personality, there's actually one that helps you identify आपके values क्या हैं. And that was a very interesting one. It's called VIA Strengths, वो हम डालेंगे नीचे. तो उसमें it's not just your competencies, but what you hold dear. So when you have a better sense of कि मेरा दिल किस चीज़ को चाहता है, what resonates with me, तो वो फिर आपको एक strength देता है to choose your path. Because there's so many choices now. Education के लिए choices हैं, career के लिए choices हैं, कहाँ रहें उसके choices हैं. Having too many choices is overwhelming. It can make you freeze. Like different people have different responses to that. Free flight, क्या कहते हैं? Fight and flight. And the third one is freeze. So sometimes people just freeze in the face of too much choice. People freeze. So yeah, and we don't always make the right choices. But then also then to be kind with ourselves. ठीक है गलती अगर हो गई उस पर थोड़ा reflect करें. क्यों हुई गलती? What is उसका थोड़ा सा postmortem करें उसका. And then don't be afraid to make mistakes again if the path takes you down that road.
So living purposefully would leave a lasting legacy, as they say. यहाँ पे हम गलती कर जाते हैं. हम समझते हैं वो हम घंटा क्यों लें या वो हफ्ता क्यों लें. हम अपने लिए क्यों निकालें ये वक्त जबकि हमारा फ़ोन हमारे पास है और इंफॉर्मेशन जो है वो 2 मिनट की भी इंफॉर्मेशन जो है बड़ी वैल्यूबल हो सकती है. लेकिन इस सिलसिले में what we miss out is perhaps the legacy. What do you have to say about that?
I think there's a tripartite, जैसे triangle होता है ना, tripod होता है, उसके 3 हिस्से होते हैं. तो मैं कहूँगी ट्रायंगल का एक हिस्सा, एंड बाय द वे ट्रायंगुलर शेप इज़ वन दैट कैन बेयर द मोस्ट लोड. तो हमारी ज़िंदगी में कितने लोड होते हैं ना, प्रेशर्स और स्ट्रेसेस होते हैं. तो वी थिंक अबाउट अ ट्रायंगल शेप, तो एक तरफ मैं कहूँगी सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, सेल्फ डिस्कवरी है. दूसरी तरफ मैं कहूँगी पर्पस है. एंड देन कनेक्टिंग बोथ ऑफ दोज इज़ द लेगेसी. सो फाउंडेशन में हमें सेल्फ अवेयरनेस चाहिए, पर एक मकसद चाहिए, एंड देन लेगेसी. तो उसके लिए एक कंसिस्टेंसी हमें चाहिए. And if you look at really any of the spiritual faiths around the world, you know, what do they all say about consistency? कि एक ठहराव के साथ, एक लगाव के साथ आप वो चीज़ करते चले जाएं. You know, even about charity in our faith, what does it say? You don't have to give like $1 million in once in 10 years. आप ₹1 ही दे सकते हैं, लेकिन आप regularly दें उसको. So there's a lot to be said of the power of consistency. So चाहे वो हम 1 मिनट निकाल रहे हैं, 1 घंटा निकाल रहे हैं, be consistent about it to reconnect कि मैं legacy छोड़. What does legacy really mean to me anyway? And don't wait until बाल सफ़ेद नहीं है और वो मेरा टाइम है legacy build करने का. नहीं, legacy building begins now. मेरी जो भी एज है, जहाँ भी जितना भी वक्त गुजर गया, कट गया, रहता है, now is the time to say अच्छा मैं legacy क्या छोड़ना चाहता हूँ. And again, we don't have to like be tied to it. It's not written in stone. It's written in beautiful golden sand. And the winds of time and the seasons of life can shape the legacy that we want to leave.
I've been reading a lot on these things, and they say that the greatest of kings actually would write their eulogy. And that's how they would be able to achieve the milestones that they had envisaged. यानी जो अपने उन्होंने tombstone के ऊपर लिखवाना था, और वो जो है वो उनकी legacy उनके अपने vision के लिहाज से थी. And then they were able to move forward in life with whatever purpose they had. But I would also say that, this changes. It's not a fixed idea about yourself. I think opportunities and choices keep changing as we go along. And legacy is not easy to find. Because obviously if you have changed your situations, then legacy would differ.
Bilkul.
It's more than a CV, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like the idea of the eulogy, and you can always rewrite that as well. And I've heard other people say it's like the last chapter of your book. अगर आप अपनी ज़िंदगी की किताब लिख रहे होते, तो आप last chapter में क्या चाहते हैं जो लोग आपके बारे में पढ़ें. But nothing is stopping you from rewriting that last chapter. आपने इस नवंबर में लिखा है, आप अभी समय में पढ़ रहे हैं last chapter अपना. Maybe something significant happened. Maybe there was an arrival of a new person in your life. Maybe someone died. Maybe you make significant career choice. Maybe you had to relocate. Maybe there was a climate crisis. And that changes the flavor of what you now want to do. Maybe you made an important self-discovery. I've been doing XYZ for 10 years, but I'm really not enjoying this. So I think living a life of purpose means कि आप, जब सुबह में उठते हैं, फिर आप सोचते हैं कि आज मुझे क्या करना है, और आज जो मैं choices करूँगी, like how does this link back to my intention? So again, going back to the clarity, the authenticity, and the power of Nia. I really believe like Nia is like a superpower. तो अगर Nia आपकी जो है ना, आप उसको फ्लेक्स करते रहें उसको regular basis पे, that can really open up doorways that even we were not aware कि I'm capable of this or I can achieve this. So I think that consistent touch point with the Nia can be very meaningful.
Naveen, with your experience as an executive coach, how can we change an ordinary life into an extraordinary legacy?
बहुत मुश्किल सवाल है. अगला सवाल.
नहीं, हम इस सवाल के आपसे हिस्से में पूछेंगे. फिर शुरू के 10 साल क्या करने चाहिए, फिर उसके हद के 10 साल क्या करने चाहिए, और फाइनल आपकी जो 30 years की सर्विस होती है उसमें क्या करना चाहिए.
I think it's very important कि आपका benchmark क्या है. ठीक है? तो what is the benchmark of ordinary for you? And what is the benchmark of extraordinary for you? So this is where, we suspend the judgment of others a little bit. Keep that into account. कि लोगों ने आपको क्या feedback दिया, आपके strengths पे, आपके सलाहियतों पे, लोगों ने क्या कहा. And by लोग I mean people who know you, जैसे आपके teachers हैं, professors हैं, parents हैं, family है, colleagues hain, bosses hain, so people who've had some meaningful interaction with you. So think about what does ordinary and extraordinary mean to you, and what do you have to do to put that oomph, that extra into the ordinary to make it extraordinary. And again, that will change from, the first 10 years, the second and then the last of your career, for example. Because हो सकता है कि मेरा ordinary किसी और के लिए जो है वो बिल्कुल ही basic तो अब नहीं लिखे लायक ना हो, और हो सकता है किसी और के लिए बिल्कुल ही unreachable हो, because अल्लाह ताला ने हमें different सलाहियतें दी है ना, different capabilities, different talents दिए हैं, different ज़िंदगी के circumstances दिए हैं. So I first of all have to know कि मेरा ordinary क्या है, and then where is my stretch chart. So where does both happen?
So let's take an example. I mean, this is very generalized. So let's take a new entrant with all the basic qualifications that are required, और जितने TORs में markers होते हैं वो सब complete कर चुके हैं. अब आप बताइए कि एक entrant जो है उसके लिए ordinary से वो extraordinary किस तरह से बनेगा? Because usually we think, okay, let's become a sycophant, थोड़ी सी सिफारिश, थोड़ी सी चापलूसी करके, then you get to the managerial level, and that's the way forward. Less of commitment to the organization, but more towards the self goal of which is not very admirable, right? I mean, that's what we usually do at a very young stage.
I'm going to lean on a very simple formula, and I forget the name of the person who did this, but it's definitely available out there. Okay, two components hain: competency and warmth. This plus this equals charisma. So if you think about who you're drawn to and who is successful in life, they have some elements of charisma in their personality. तो इससे बड़ी रिसर्च हुई है charisma के दो components हैं, competency and warmth. और इसका जो balance है वो at different stages of your life will change. So for example, let's take somebody who's in their early 20s, graduated recently, has 1 year of work under their belt, or maybe this is their first job and has 2 weeks of work under.
And they're very impressionable. I mean, they're looking up to a lot of people, role models, who may or may not be the right ones. So how to find your own extraordinary strengths?
So if we are early in a career, as I work with several companies जहाँ पे हम fresh graduates के साथ भी काम कर रहे हैं, पर उनके executives के साथ भी काम कर रहे हैं. You can do the comparison and contrast as well. Okay, if in your first few years of a career you have to prove that I can do the job, I'm capable of doing this job. And that could be the reports that you're writing, the presentations that you're making. It could be arriving on time. So there are certain markers of every company on how they're going to measure कि आप काम सही से कर रहे हैं या नहीं, आपको काम आता है, आप high quality का काम कर सकते हैं नहीं. So in this formula that I mentioned, competency plus warmth, it's the competency part. So in the first few years of your career, you have to definitely be proving your competency. Can you do the job that you were hired to do? Because people don't have any other data about you. You don't have 10 jobs behind you, 20 teams that you've led. So all you have is your work experience right now, in the now, because there was no other data points for this young person. Basically, you have to prove your worth through the results that you are delivering. The second thing is relationship building. ठीक है, हो सकता है बहुत सारा आपके दरमियान में 3 generations का फ़र्क हो सकता है 5 generations का फ़र्क हो, but how do I connect with them? That doesn't mean overhauling your personality, but being respectful of what does my boss want from my delivery? What do my teammates lean on me for? उसको रस समझना, और जो चीज़ें नहीं समझ आ रही हैं वो पूछ लेना. Do not be shy to ask questions. Try not to ask the same question more than 2 or 3 times, because then that shows maybe you're not listening. But don't be afraid to ask questions. And TK, you might be the youngest person in the room, you might be the least experienced, but you may still have the best idea sometimes. So also not to be afraid to use your voice. And how many times have you or I or other people been in conversations or in meetings where you had a great idea and you're like, kaho na kaho, let me just wait for that.
I think that's what happens with the young people. Should I not?
Yeah, and then some people will just bust into the conversation and say exactly what your idea was. And I was like, oh, great, excellent idea. And I'm like, oh, maybe यही कहने वाली थी, right? So I'm sure young people and others may have faced that as well. So and it takes some practice. So not being shy to voice your idea as well. If you're seeing something that can be improved, voice it. If you have an idea, say it. And also I would say, I don't like that term, but I've heard it. People say snowflake na bano. कि हर किसी बात पे upset हो गए और बहुत उसका feel किया. Understand what's coming up for you. If something is happening in the workplace which is making you uncomfortable.
Well, I think as a youngster, you are very sensitive. You haven't seen the world. You haven't seen harsh words and harsh people, and I guess that's part of in a way growing up.
And the kind of this snowflake mentality is not, I think, restricted to any age bracket, but it's a state of being. So I think it's very closely linked to resilience. And maybe if you've not been so exposed, this is not your 10th job. Maybe this is your very first job. Maybe you've not even had any internships. So if you've not had that exposure, then to give yourself some space and to process what's happening around you. At the core of what it takes to go from ordinary to extraordinary is not dramatically different. हमारे जो different मौसम है ज़िंदगी की उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा dramatically change नहीं होता है. Maybe हमको focus change जाता है. So a few things I would say कि live by your why. वो नीचे था ये philosopher था, he said, if your why is clear, you can tolerate almost anyhow. अगर आपका क्यों बहुत powerful है, तो जो आपका कैसा है और आजमाइश है, इम्तहान है, वो आप कुछ भी फिर आप tolerate कर लेते हैं, कुछ भी आप bear कर लेते हैं, लेकिन why बड़ा clear होना चाहिए. तो I feel like second decade में ये चीज़ बहुत और भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि मेरा why क्या है, मेरा क्यों क्या है. That's one. Second, I would say practice some stillness. कि जैसे जैसे हमारी ज़िंदगी बढ़ती है वैसे वैसे हमारी जिम्मेदारियाँ बढ़ जाती हैं.
I think second decade is most unstill for people because that's when you get married. That's when most people are having children. You're building families. You have extended. Your extended family has just expanded. That's a very disturbing for your what you're saying कि stillness के बिल्कुल opposite हो रहा होता है.
And this is why कि वो फिर एक need और भी ज़्यादा create होती है कि इतने सारी moving parts के दरमियान and sometimes they're often sandwiched कि वो elders का भी ख्याल रख रहे हैं, maybe their parents, maybe some other aunts and uncles, और फिर अगर बच्चे हैं ज़िंदगी में तो बच्चों का भी ख्याल है, तो दोनों के needs काफ़ी demanding हो सकती हैं.
तो जो आपका सवाल पहले वाला था ना, sorry मैं आपको बीच में क्यों का why most people say because we have to support our families, so it becomes a very financial need.
बिल्कुल, ये अगर आज की रियलिटी है जो कि बहुत सारे फैमिलीज़ में ये रियलिटी है, डुअल इनकम है या जो भी उसकी ज़रूरतें हैं कि जो अपना किचन चलाना है या बच्चों के एजुकेशन का सोचना है या मेडिकल एक्सपेंसेस का सोचना है, you have to be very clear about I need to do this for finances.
I was going to ask you this because this is interesting. I mean, आपने कहा कि expenses एक हो गए, ठीक है, medical expenses, educational expenses हो गए. हमारे बड़े जो थे वो हमेशा कहते थे चादर देख के पैर फैलाओ. So आप जो है आपको dual income भी अगर हो, both husband and wife, if they're earning, they would still like more money because they would like to have the children live in luxury. जितना उनको आराम तलब बना सकें वो बनाना चाहते हैं. तो ये एक concept जो है that is changing very fast,
and that is actually the antithesis to stillness, because the more I want, oftentimes there's very few people who have so much कि उनको उसके लिए काम नहीं करना.
Yeah, because when we were young, if we didn't have it, we didn't have it. If our parents didn't, yeah, exactly. Nobody questioned our parents. But these days, kids actually question.
हाँ, like one of my elders would say कि जब उन्होंने अपने बच्चों को रेस किया, उन्होंने कहा नहीं मुझे लौकी नहीं खानी है, ठीक है, go to bed. खाना है तो यही है, नहीं खाना है तो भूखा सो जाओ. But maybe today we're not like that with our children. So different homes have different values around that. But yes, a lot of parents want to do the maximum that they can. चाहे वो education के हों, hobbies के हों, school trips हों, different आसाइशें हों. तो I think everything going back to the basics. What do most faiths, what does spirituality teach us? Balance. तो आई थिंक सेकंड डेकेड में ये चीज़ें बहुत ज़रूरी हैं कि आपका वाई बहुत क्लियर होना चाहिए, और चूँकि आपकी ज़िंदगी के मूविंग पार्ट्स प्रॉब्ली बढ़ गए हैं, जिम्मेदारियाँ बढ़ गई हैं, तो स्टिलनेस का मौका निकालें. अब आप अपनी ज़िंदगी को बेहतर जानते हैं कि वीकेंड पे करना है, सुबह 5 बजे करना है, रात 12 बजे करना है, लंच टाइम के दौरान करना है इफ़ यू वर्किंग. but find that space to give yourself some stillness. ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. और तीसरा ये कि still be curious, don't be certain. मतलब ये कि suspend judgment every now and then. अभी भी सवाल पूछें. Just because you have 10, 12, 15 years under your belt now doesn't mean कि we've become experts. The true experts are always on the path of continuous learning. याद करेंगे जब आप छोटे थे तो आप कितने सवाल पूछे थे, कितने curious होते थे.
So you be the student all your life.
हाँ, I like that. That's a great summary. Be the student all your life. हाँ. Curious रहें, still रहें, curious रहें और अपना why बड़ा clear हो. This is what I would say. And these are also then the founding blocks of legacy. यही सब चीज़ें फिर आपकी legacy. तो ज़िंदगी के फिर your third season है या third or fourth decade in your professional career or just in life. तो फिर really, hopefully, inshallah, if you've been doing the work, you've been thinking about your legacy and working on the legacy. And if you haven't, then this is no better time than now to start working on your legacy and define कि मैं क्या छोड़ना चाहती हूँ. Is it something in writing? Is it a work of art? Is it my children? Is it कि मैंने अपने parents का कितना ख्याल रखा या मैंने एक बस्ती में फला काम किया, स्कूलों में, हस्पताल में, जो भी है. So think about what gives me joy. आँख बंद करके ज़रा सोचे मुझे joy किस चीज़ से मिलता है, मेरी सलाहियतें क्या हैं, उन सलाहियतों को मैं कहाँ पे लगा सकती हूँ.
I think this is really important. You've hit the nail on the head. कि आपके एक रोज़मर्रा के तो चल रहे हैं काम, है ना? And then you have roles and responsibilities which you cannot shy away from.
जी.
But I mean, whether they're your goals or not, you have to see. I think sometimes your potential is far more than just a mother, being a mother.
True.
Your potential is for more. So you should aim for a legacy that is more rewarding.
Yes.
As a man also, you should be beyond your professional definition, है ना? Your professional role.
जी जी.
जैसे आपने कहा community को benefit जो करे, community work, ये जो है फलाई काम जो है, इनमें हम इतनी अपने आप को तवज्जो नहीं देते क्योंकि हम समझते हैं हम we're just going to give a certain amount of money to the charity and that's it. I mean, we cannot do much more. But even that counts a lot. So community work and service to others is very, very important for your legacy.
I do coaching with CEOs and there's actually 4 CEOs that I've worked with recently जिन्होंने लगभग तकरीबन same बात की जिसको मैं paraphrase कर रही हूँ in a 3-word kind of motto, which is don't just succeed, serve. कि सिर्फ अब अपनी सक्सेस का तो ना सोचे ना, चाहे वो आपकी पढ़ाई है, मास्टर्स है, PhD है, चाहे आपकी नेक्स्ट प्रमोशन है, कि आपको कॉर्पोरेट लैडर पे कितना चलना है, चाहे आपके बच्चे. डोंट जस्ट मी एंड माई न्यूक्लियर फैमिली. योर ओन सक्सेस, अ वेरी नैरो वर्जन. आप सर्विस के बारे में सोचें कि मेरी वजूद से या इवन मेरी फैमिली की वजूद से औरों को क्या फ़ायदा पहुंच सकता है. And depending whether in your first decade, second or third, it could be as simple as tutoring someone. किसी को मैथ नहीं आते, किसी को अंग्रेज़ी नहीं आती, किसी की उर्दू की स्किल्स हैं, जो भी हैं आप उनको सिखा दें. ऑफिस में किसी को हेल्प कर दें, उनको कोई चीज़ एक्सेल पे, पावर पॉइंट पे नहीं समझ आ रही है, आप उनको हेल्प कर दें. So think about ways that you can serve. And in your constraints, time कम है या जो भी आपके constraints है उसके अंदर रहते हुए आप सर्विस कैसे कर सकते हैं लोगों की.
What a beautiful way to end this conversation, although I want to keep going on and on. But it is important to see कि जो हमारा impact है as a human being in this world is really what gives meaning to our life. And that's what we need to find. Where can we make an impact? Not just within ourselves. Our knowledge really helps us, gaining knowledge constantly, being the student as we discussed, Hannah.
Yeah.
Then we have to move forward beyond the nucleus of our own family.
Very good.
And reach out to people who haven't had the opportunities.
Very true.
Thank you so much for being here and enlightening us with all these amazing tips. I'm sure our audience is going to benefit tremendously.
I hope so. Thank you for facilitating a great conversation.
Today, I really enjoyed my conversation with Naveen, and I hope so did all of you. It's important to understand the DNA of success. Usually, we come across the word influencer, but influencer is someone who has found a meaning in their life. And once you find the meaning, although this is a continuous process, ये ज़रूरी नहीं कि आपका एक लम्हे एक ही मीनिंग हो. आपके कई सालों में मीनिंग्स चेंज होते रहते हैं, आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ के लिहाज से, आपकी जॉब्स के लिहाज से, हाउ यू इंटरेक्ट विद पीपल, हु डू यू मीट एंड हु यू आर वर्किंग विद and who are you serving. So your purpose will keep changing and shifting, and that's where we see a defined self, a self that has a very enriched legacy. I hope you benefit from our discussion. Stay tuned and stay curious. Until next time.